on, baby. It's coming.
But with us talking about that, we have a Q&A with you.
Yes.
So we have people that we've asked questions to get information so that we can have a nice Q&A session. And to those viewing, please ask questions as you're watching, because we are we're going to be discussing CBD in detail.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to be not just CBD, but specifically the healing consultant products, because it's different than just your average CBD where you go in the store because you see the light on the vape store that says CBD. Nah, we're a little different than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we're organic
and professional.
Yeah, I was going to say, first of all, go to thehealingconsultant.com and you will see the difference just in the website alone, the information and the expertise.
Yeah.
Expertise is key. Speaking of expertise, do you have the first question?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Which I think is an awesome question to
we
start
right
off
in
with.
there. Let's do this.
It said, if you could debunk one myth about CBD, what would it be and why?
Oh my God, that's a good question. Just one. Okay. That it is not marijuana.
Okay.
I think that's the big one.
Okay.
That you are not going, it's not marijuana, and it does not have the THC levels in it. It's less than 0.03%. So you're not going to get high. That would be my first thing. You're not going to get high. I repeat, you are not going to. In terms that people say, you're not going to get fucked up.
Right.
That's just not. That ain't it. Because see, we grown folks, and grown folks have to go to work.
Right.
So
I ain't got time to be that high.
I don't have time for that. So grown folks have to go to work. Grown folks have to take care of kids. Grown folks have to pay bills. Grown folks have to do adulting. And so since we have to do adulting, we don't have time for that.
We don't have time.
Nah.
You don't have time to get
Which is why you get the CBD products.
Absolutely. That's right. And that's the thing, is that whether you, now we're just talking raw, whether you want to ingest, whether you want it like to put it in your coffee or your tea or your water, or whether you want to put it on topically. I mean, but it's not, we're not doing that.
I love that.
That was so you merged my third question, but that's okay. So hold on, I got another one. Hold on. Hold on. This is going to speak to the formula.
Okay.
Are there any specific product formulas or ingredients that you believe enhance the effectiveness of CBD or your specific products over another?
Okay. So what you have to look for is what we call the entourage effect.
Okay.
Which means that in layman's terms, we leave in the terpenes that are in the plant itself. So all of those terpenes work in collaboration with the CBD to be effective, to be even more effective.
Okay.
But that's honestly, no matter, it's not just, it should be any product that you look into, they should keep the terpenes in there, because that's like the good stuff.
Okay.
That works with the CBD.
Got you.
So it gives you that kind of balance.
Okay.
What we call homeostasis.
Okay.
That balance
Okay.
in your in the product and in your body.
Okay.
In that endocannabinoid system.
Got you.
So yeah.
Okay.
This one is a good one.
Okay.
And I know that since you are in the medical field, this is something that you can really speak to.
Okay.
It says, in your opinion, what role can CBD play in alternative medicine practices such as holistic healing or traditional herbal remedies?
Oh, it's an absolutely phenomenal alternative to traditional medicine. I mean, that's why it's called, homeopathic. That's because it is for healing. And CBD hemp products are used for that. It's used in alternatives. There's so much science and so much research that's out there. Go to thehealingconsultant.com, and you can, and a lot of it's on my blog, the blog, and a lot of that to really explain the fact that research is saying, yes, it's a great alternative. We're using CBD. We've already talked about in children, with seizure and epilepsy. We're using it in migraines. We're using it in just every
Cramps,
form.
yes.
Cramps. We're using it
neuropathy,
in MS. We're using it. Yes. And neuropathy. We're finding that it's just so many just natural alternative ways that it's put into healing practices. it's incredible growing field.
Okay.
It really is.
Love that.
In massages, I mean, my
Yes.
God,
Ooh, Jesus.
Yes.
Say it again.
oh my God, yes. I
So-
mean, yes.
Mhm.
So it's just bless you.
The way it tickled my nose.
What
I
did?
couldn't get it out. I had to sneeze.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about
Lord,
that.
bless your heart.
Blooper.
Wow.
Because I didn't want it to be one of those sloppy ones where you're like, oh.
Like,
So when
I
I,
know.
held it, it went back in my nose.
Okay.
Okay.
we have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
It says, I'm battling insomnia. Do or will the drops help with that any?
Yes. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Let's talk about insomnia, because as you know, because I suffer from it too. You know, from being up all night and shift work and that kind of thing. So, the Delta 8 really works well for sleep, and it is CBD. And like I said, and please understand when you talk about any of this, my stuff is independently tested. So by law, by North Carolina law, it has to be less than 0.03 of THC in anything. Hemp products, CBD, the strand is, no matter what strain it is the predominant strain part of that is CBD with the terpenes. So having answered the question with migraines, CBD Delta 8 really works well for insomnia, and it's a natural way to fall asleep. Like we said, like I've always said, take it on an empty stomach about an hour and a half before you go to bed. If you've eaten already, then it's going to take longer because you have to go through the digestive system.
So it's better to take it on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anything
Any
you
drugs
take,
like that?
well, anything.
I thought we had to eat before, like ibuprofen and stuff like that. Was that wrong?
Not really. Ibuprofen, you have to eat before ibuprofen because it upsets your stomach.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Antibiotics,
Okay.
you take those like with something because they'll tear up your stomach because they mess with the
Gotcha.
normal flora of your stomach.
Okay.
So that's why you do it.
Learn something today.
Well, that's why you do it. That's why you do it.
Okay.
Anything, but if you have a prescription that is for a sleep aid, it is better for you to take it on an empty stomach. It works faster
Got you.
because
Okay.
there's nothing in your
It's
stomach for it to compete with
Okay.
for digestion.
Okay.
So, but like I said, the Delta 8,
Mhm.
CBD, any of it, it's better. Yes, it just works faster, but you'll gradually feel yourself getting sleepy.
And you do.
You do.
And Mr. Purpose, that's one thing that I can attest to. When I travel, I battle with insomnia a lot because my mind is constantly going. So I do take it. Like you said, I take it before I take my shower, all of that. And typically it is on an empty stomach, but it is like a nice, soothing, slow, balance into your sleep. It's not sudden, like it's not a unisom at all, because unisom knocks you the hell out.
Yeah.
And then you feel groggy afterwards. But with this, it's very natural. And then you wake up because, like you said, we got to go to work.
Yeah.
So you wake up, you don't feel any other way, and you just go on about your day.
No.
But it really does help if you can't sleep.
Yes, and you don't feel that grogginess. I think everybody, if you know what a Benadryl, that Benadryl wake up. Yeah, you don't have that. You don't have those kind of hangover side effect stuff.
Not at all. Does it help with severe headaches and migraines versus taking the medication?
Excuse me, because
Coach
clearly
said-
I need water.
Coach can attest to that. Yeah.
Yeah, let me get some water because it's rough over here.
Right.
But
Yes, it does. Actually, like I said, Coach can attest to that. He uses the roll-on.
So the roll-on for me,
Tell your story there, Coach.
within 5 to 10 minutes, it got it. And I suffer from chronic migraines from when I was 5th grade, and they've given me every pill you can possibly think about, and nothing worked. Nothing. When I say nothing works. I'm the person that has to ride it out, close the curtains, and just grab a pillow. So I just happen to just grab because this feels so great on my body for my shoulders and everything. So I'm like, let's just see what it does if it helps my head, because my head is hurting. And literally just did this. And I sat there and I looked at Chiquita, my fiance, and was like, my headache is gone. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, like completely gone. It was 5 minutes. So I can co-sign for sure.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I can co-sign everything because I've used
Yeah,
everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything.
But for my headaches,
Mhm.
I definitely use the roll-ons.
And if you are interested in the roll-on, go over to thehealingconsultant.com
Yes.
because for a limited time only,
That's right.
you will get a free salve of 400 milligram,
450 milligram. Yes, we have a free
purchase
salve
of a roll-on.
with the purchase of the roll-on. So, honey, go get your shit.
Now
he's doing a spit take.
Now,
like,
now do it
spit
now.
take.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
go ahead and get it.
Now.
Yes, go ahead and get it.
And
I'm
then you can
sorry.
try the salve out as well. Yes.
With, like I said, with the free 450 milligrams, so you can put that on, honey, anywhere, because you can use that too on your temples.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you can do that on your temples.
Yes,
on your head.
And then for those of
on
you
your back,
who suffer
whatever.
from any sort of arthritis or aches or pains, or even if you're in the gym, the salve works really well as well, especially in your joints, crevices, all of that.
Yes.
So like I said, give it a try.
Like I said, the salve is it's a little thicker. But honey, it's great up for your skin too. Your skin will be glowing. Will be glowing, honey.
So Mr. Purvis says mine is a result of PTSD from the military. I've had trazodone and it intensifies the nightmares.
Yes, it does.
I'm trying to get rid of that.
Yes, it does.
Now, before you go into this question, because the moment that you mentioned trazodone, you were like, yes, it does. Can you explain how you know about the drugs that you know? Because most people will be like, how she know? But explain how you know about as soon as you can drop a trazodone and you're like, yep, it does. Explain your background with that.
Yes, well, Lord. Okay, so I am a certified registered nurse anesthesiologist by profession.
She puts you to sleep.
I do. Yeah.
Your life is literally in her hands.
But they pay me to wake you up. But yes, I do. But I've been a nurse for 20, I'm saying age, about 25 years now, maybe a little over now. So I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I use all these drugs all the time. I use them every day, all day. And so it's just part of my everyday life,
right?
Knowing all the drugs that people take and how they interact with anesthesia. That's how it happened. So yeah, so it's my jam too.
For someone who does have like the nightmares from the trazodone,
absolutely, it does happen.
Would these have anything that has that triggering effect as far as the CBD?
Well, there's incredible research on PTSD and CBD and THC.
Okay.
Specifically for veterans and people, because a lot of our veterans suffer from PTSD. And it's just remarkable work. I mean, we could do a whole month of just how CBD and THC help in a balanced formula, because it's usually like a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-1, or you can do like a 5-to-1 ratio. I'm talking, and to prove that, like I said, it's just proven that it helps considerably with the not only the flashbacks, but it helps with a lot of veterans that I've worked with say that it helps them, for lack of a better word, step away from that. They may still see the event, but they don't have the emotional triggers that are associated with the event. That's why it's such a big deal, and why we're lobbying so hard for veterans with PTSD for that to be on a formula. To be on a formulary because they need it, and it's just been proven that it helps so much with them.
And so that leads into my question, which is, what is your perspective on the potential of CBD being integrated into mainstream healthcare practices? And are there any barriers to widen acceptance that you believe in the medical community?
Oh yeah, the barrier is our federal government, and the stigma and the campaign that they've been raging since 1930s.
Okay.
Of how they have criminalized it and how they have lobbied against it. It's a long history of marijuana, and it's God, yeah. It's it's stigma, and it was intentional.
Mhm.
So yes, that's why our federal government's doing it. And what has happened is that there are so many people, there are like millions of people that have found the therapeutic properties,
Mhm.
and whether they're using CBD
Mhm.
or whether they're using THC
Mhm.
or whether they're using combinations, because you can do CBN, CBG. I mean, it's just, and they're all cannabinoids
Mhm.
in the plant.
Mhm.
So I think it will be mainstream.
Mhm.
Right now, I know for a fact that our federal government is trying to figure out how they can make money from it,
Mhm.
how they can keep those profits and revenue, and deal with the criminal justice system that they've created
Right.
around
Right.
around cannabis.
Right.
That's the problem. I think that it will. They're probably. It looks like they will deschedule it, which means that right now it's a Schedule 5 drug. So it means that it has no therapeutic value whatsoever. That heroin are on this list.
Okay.
And so if you deschedule it down to like a 3, that means that it can be given, it can be prescribed
Okay.
to people.
Mhm.
If you deschedule it, but
Okay.
people want it to be descheduled and decriminalized.
Mhm.
Those are two separate things.
Mhm.
Because if you decriminalize it,
Mhm.
then that means that you've got to deal with a whole generation of people that you've locked up
Yes.
on
Yes.
charges,
Mhm.
and that affects Black and Brown predominantly.
Mhm.
Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
Predominantly affects Black and Brown,
Mhm.
and that's a whole lot of injustice that you've perpetrated on a group of
Yeah.
people. So that's a moral issue. That's a political issue. That's a race issue.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So, that's what they're trying to do.
Mhm.
This current administration has let out, I believe, like 6,000 people
Mhm.
on marijuana charges.
Okay.
But they were brought on just strictly marijuana charges.
Mhm.
So it's an interesting perspective. It's an interesting thought. But yeah, the federal government is trying to figure out how they can, because people
Mhm.
are leading this charge,
Right.
and they're like, yeah, we're using it, we want it.
Right.
It should be part of it, because right now it's 36. All 50 states have some form of legalization.
Okay.
36 have very strong CBD laws,
Okay.
cannabis laws,
Mhm.
and well, we all know about California and Colorado
Mhm.
and Arizona. I mean, so they've got some really
Mhm.
what we would say liberal, because you can do
Yeah.
recreation, and what they mean by liberal is recreational use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Am I missing?
No.
people?
Yes.
Okay.
So, well, yes,
Yeah.
we're talking about the nightmares again, so we know what that. Go
Yes.
down one,
And it is. I mean, that's.
and then right here, click on it.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But
My
you have
wife
to
is
be-
dealing with cancer. Do any of your products help with that?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It depends on, I would love to know, is it, can she ingest? Which means, can she eat anything? Can she swallow? The salve and the lotion and the roll on are really great for topical pain. I have a friend who died a couple of years ago from uterine cancer, and I don't have the 2,400 milligram up here, but that was the reason why that was formulated, was to help her with her pain, because it was just kind of, she couldn't eat, she couldn't do anything, but she could do the drops. So we got drops in her, and then after she started having the drops and using the topicals, because she would use the salve and the roll on. After she started doing that, she was at least able to get up out of bed. She was able to do things, with her family, and make memories.
Right.
And make memories. After she was able to start, because she could at that time just drink, so she did the drops. And then after she did the drops, like the next week, she was able to do the gummies, and she had a surge of energy, and she thanked me that she could make memories with her husband and her girls, and so she lasted like about 3-4 weeks, but. I know she was like, you don't want to call and thank. No, don't call and thank me, girl. Make some memories.
Yes,
Right.
Yes.
You don't need to waste your time on me. So
and that was the 2400 roll on.
It was
2400 milligrams.
Yeah, but I gave her like the roll on, that one too. Like I gave her the small one. And the salve and the gummies and the drops. She got like everything.
The box.
Yeah, she got everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
and she used everything. So to answer your question, yeah.
He said she's dealing with a lot of body pain and headache. She can eat and drink.
Okay, great.
It has spread to her stomach and her intestines.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Roll on.
Yeah. Roll on for topical. Roll on and salve for the topical. We've got the roll on. We've got the roll on special with the free salve for the next couple of weeks. So that and the drops. The drops, because you're talking about stomach cancer, which means that eventually, the drops, because they're easy to put into anything you're drinking. It doesn't take very long for it to absorb. About 15-20 minutes,
if that.
Yeah, if that. So that might be a better thing. The drops may be a better thing to go because it's quicker. It's a quicker onset, and it's going to last for several hours, which means she can do it morning. She can do it afternoon. For lunch, and she can do it in the afternoon. So, and topicals. So yes.
Cool.
So go to thehealingconsultant.com because we've got the roll on there with the salve free. And what's his name?
That's Mr. Purvis.
Oh, Mr. Purvis. And Mr. Purvis, I'll hit back at me, and we'll get you a package or something, okay? Okay. 4. Yeah.
So then I got one more question. How many you got?
Okay,
I have another question too.
Go ahead.
So then you want me to go with mine? Mine is almost like a closer question.
Oh, well then I'll go with mine then.
Okay.
Because I think this is a good one, especially when people are talking about expectations with CBD.
Okay.
So this one says, how do you navigate the fine line between advocating for CBD's potential benefits while also emphasizing responsible usage and managing expectations?
Oh, I think that's what the product line is all about. Is not only managing expectations, because I've always said, I'm not trying to get you high. So this is in the scope of a healthy, healing environment. This is a healing journey, a wellness journey that you're taking for yourself. And so all the products are set up to do exactly that. And it is a journey. It is a journey. And so you have to spend time on yourself, which means that you need to explore what works for you.
Absolutely.
You need to look and see what works for you. Do all of them work? Yes, they do. Do all of them work? Yes, they do. Because now we're just talking about the route.
Right.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer to decrease your pain? And that's the issue with managing pain, is that is it in a nutshell. It's how do you manage it? Well, you manage it. It's subjective. My pain is not your pain. But what I know is that if I'm having my back pain, I know I'm going to pick up a roll on or put on some salve. And what I know is that before I know it, I'm like, it's not there. It's not bothering me anymore.
Right.
So that's how I have a subjective thought about my pain.
Okay.
Whether you ingest it, ingestibles make you. It's a balance. It just makes you feel. It makes you feel better. And that's the expectation. If your expectation is not to get high, you're just trying to get a balance in your day, then absolutely yes. Then do and you can do it ingestible, because you're not going to, number one, you're not going to overdose. Overdoses are THC.
Mhm.
That's what you're getting. You're getting a very high concentration of THC because you're getting, the psychotropic effects of THC.
We talked about
Gotcha.
that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
terrible.
So CBD's, that's not going to happen
No.
for you.
Mm-mm.
That's not going to happen for anybody. So,
And so this question
Yeah.
is kind of like our closer. I
okay.
think it's a good one to close with. Y'all tell me.
Okay.
Looking ahead, what
Mm.
trends or developments do you anticipate in the CBD industry?
Mhm.
And how do you plan to adapt and stay ahead in this market evolving so quickly?
Oh, well, okay. So here's the thing. What do I see looking forward?
Mhm.
I see that young people are still going to want to get high. So they're going to have, I do.
Yeah.
They're just going to try to figure out different ways to do it.
Yes.
And now they're going to just try to figure out how to cultivate strands,
Mhm.
what we call chemovar strands.
Mhm.
And that's what we're doing. A lot of, we're cultivating strands.
Mhm.
You've tried a couple of
Mhm.
strands. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're cultivating strands. With CBD, you're not really weeding out anything
Mhm.
because everything that you have, you want.
Right.
So I see the industry going more instead of getting high.
Mhm.
I think it's moving toward a wellness, and because we're getting older,
Mhm.
the people who are actually purchasing and doing things with it, we're getting older.
Right.
So we don't necessarily want to get high.
Right. Right.
We don't really want to do the recreational aspect of it
Right.
as much as we want to do the healing aspect.
Therapeutic
of it.
aspect. Of
Yeah.
it. Right.
That's what we want to do.
Right.
So I see that there's going to
Help
be
these knees.
Right.
Yeah. I think moving forward it's going to be two separate things.
Okay.
It's going to be young people who are using it recreationally,
Mhm.
and then there's going to be us that are like 35 and older,
Mhm.
who have done a little bit of living
Mhm.
and want to continue to do not only living but do it well.
Right.
So I think that's going to be a bigger part
Mhm.
of the industry.
Okay.
Yeah, because those people have money to spend.
Right. Right.
And they have no problem spending it on products that work for them.
Yeah.
They have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
There are caravans and buses that go, go to Mexico and they go to Canada,
Mhm.
to get whatever it is they need
Mhm.
because
ma'am.
they have no problem doing it.
Right.
They have no problem doing it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think the industry you're going to see a bigger divide.
Okay.
And you're going to see a lot of people aging into a more holistic view of their health.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
And what was the second part of it?
Oh, the second part was I think
did I
that
miss
was
it?
the second part.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the evolution.
Yeah, I
no,
think that's
no, I'm sorry. The
how do you
second
stay
part
up with
was
the
how do
trends?
you plan to stay
Oh,
ahead and adapt in this rapidly evolving market?
oh, yeah. I'm adapting. Yeah, working on a transdermal
What's that?
a transdermal patch.
A patch, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
yeah,
can
to
see
give
I
you-
can patch my CBD.
Oh yeah. So it's prolonged. You can
That'll
wear.
give me throughout the day.
Yeah, throughout
Yeah.
the day. It's going to last longer. And it's going to be a dose, kind of a monitored dose,
Okay.
like microdosing
Yeah.
throughout your day,
Mhm.
and it's going then sub Q. Yeah, I think that's
Mm.
yeah because
That would
people
be
are.
dope. A CBD
I
patch.
know, right? Because they have some on the market, but no, they're not reliable.
Okay.
Because I need consistency. Because I want people to have that consistent for like 12 hours.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that you're not basically microdosing,
Right.
which is what you're going to do, like with drops or anything,
Mhm.
because you're talking about the reabsorption issue, which is good. I mean, thank God you have a functioning system, multiple systems. But yeah, so it's gonna. I think so. And then I'm looking at combinations of CBD and CBN for sleep. I'm looking at CBD with a couple of other terpenoids. And like I said, CBD is fabulous. So it's not. It's just looking at the evolution of the brand and of the product. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We actually have one last question.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
It
Is
says
this one or this one?
the top one.
This one.
Have you thought about partnering with a health company so people can buy with their insurance?
Yes. So here's the thing with Yes, to answer your question, we all are thought about that. But with insurances are normally regulated by the federal government.
Yes, ma'am.
So here they go again.
Well, yeah. Yes,
They
people
put you through the ringer.
Yeah, and people have petitioned for that. I said the biggest group is our veterans who are petitioning to have it on the formularies of VA facilities because it's a drug that they need and that works for them.
Right.
But they don't want to pay for it. So they are just like, I mean, they're the biggest insurers that we have.
Right.
So yes, I mean, yes, the industry itself is trying their darndest to do that because it can get expensive. It can get expensive.
And then was there something else at the bottom?
Yeah.
Will the patches be similar to prescribed
lidocaine?
Lidocaine.
Oh, lidocaine.
Patches.
Lidocaine's different. Lidocaine, yes, it's local. The biodegradability of lidocaine, topically, it's a numbing agent. So it works on, it works on it probably goes back down to about 3 to 5 cells, through your dermis, epidermis, transdermis. So yeah, it is not. And number 2 is it's not going to be long acting. Lidocaine in and of itself is not long. It's not long acting. And it's truly a numbing agent. That's not what the transdermal patches are going to be. It's not going to be a numbing agent.
Okay.
I'm not trying to numb your skin.
Right.
I'm not trying to do that because that's how they work.
Right.
That's how lidocaine patches work. Is it basically numbs the nerve endings for an extended amount of time, and that's all it does.
Okay.
Is it's just going to work on those nerve endings.
Okay.
It's not going to penetrate. It's not going to penetrate that. It's not going to be an anti-inflammatory. It's not going to do that. That's not what lidocaine does.
Got you. Okay.
That's not what it does.
Cool.
Well, this was a very
super
informative.
informative.
And amazing.
Somebody up top said great convo. I don't even.
Yes.
We're right here.
That was family.
Oh,
Rhonda.
hey, how you doing? I
Um,
can't see. Don't take it personal.
So if you have any more questions or if you would like to speak with the healing consultant yourself, you can always hit her up at
thehealingconsultant.com. You can always hit me up at that. And you can also, if you've got any questions, you can also drop by and see me at the Girls Market, February 5th, 1 to 5. If you have any questions.
Wait, February 5th?
I'm sorry, is it Lord Baby Jesus? It's like,
We're already in 2025?
Like May 5th. Like, Lord, yeah. It's like, yes.
I didn't know that was confirmed.
I just confirmed it before I walked in here. Girl. Yes, honey. Yes. Absolutely. That's why I was like, oh my God, we're gonna be late. Because I was talking to her. But yes, May 5th. It's gonna be on a Sunday from 1 to 5.
So come meet the healing.
Yes. Yes.
And get your product. And remember,
thank you.
The roll-on, with a purchase of your roll-on,
absolutely,
you can get a free mini
450. Yes. Oh my God.
Yes. It's delicious.
And so is our
yes.
roll-on. Y'all better get with it. Go to the healing consultant.
Give the program, y'all.
Yes.
Give the program.
So
better healing.
What we got tomorrow? Do we have anything tomorrow?
We do. We actually have the young lady with a Black-owned board game. She designed it herself.
Oh, that's tomorrow?
Yes.
All right,
it's called
cool.
Shot O'Clock. So Coach and I will be playing it. And we're not going to be taking no shots.
Oh, I was about to say we got to drive all the way back home.
But
that was going to be interesting.
We'll have fun with it.
Okay.
We want you guys to have fun with it as well, because I am on a quest to find any Black game designer. If you know someone who created a game and they are a minority, please let me know. I would love to have them on the show, because I think that we need to get back to playing games and having family time. So
yeah. And not some old wild stuff that they just wrote down and made up. Real games.
Yeah.
Not making up rules on Uno cards.
Yes. or revising spades and bid whiz.
And you know what?
Y'all may not know that, but y'all don't know what spades but bid whiz is.
I definitely do.
I
do. I play them both.
Making up your own rules.
I got a request from a viewer who said that they would like for us to do a spade instructional segment to teach people who don't know how to play spades.
People don't know how to play spades.
I don't know how to play
spades. Play or bid whiz.
See, that's a part of
sweet baby Jesus.
You gotta learn on your own.
Oh my God, really?
So let's be honest here.
Bid
When it
wins, you
comes
called
to
your
the-
own spade. You call your own trump cards,
Mhm.
and spades is your trump
Spades
cards.
are the trumps.
We know that, but then it's like whenever you want to learn, you get yelled at for not knowing how to play, but nobody takes the time to teach you how to play.
Right?
it's
If
serious,
Chiquita
girl.
Steele is watching,
Because it's serious. That's why.
So how are we
Chiquita
supposed to
Steele.
learn how to play?
How long was the spade? It was a 2.5-hour
Yeah.
spade game. We went down
Yes.
to the beach, and it was serious to the point where I
Yes.
had to, like, my fiance. I looked at her like, we got a child
yeah.
Yeah,
together. Like,
that
Oh,
big
chill out.
game got
yes.
yeah, it got
Not only that.
serious.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and she reneged.
Oh
She
no,
reneged.
that cost her
Reneged.
for a book. Y'all cost y'all for a book.
No,
Yeah.
I need them right
Yes.
now. Yes,
Yes.
She reneged,
Oh
and that's
my
when it got.
God.
That's when it got serious.
Now that's the rule
Yeah.
I do know because
Yeah.
you can't put it
Yeah.
out there and then take it back.
And that's what
Yeah.
she tried to do.
Yeah, or or like underbidding, like when you got like a strong like
Yeah.
10 books,
But you say
and
I
you
got
go, oh,
six.
got 5, and then you're like, no, you're like,
Yeah.
hell no,
Yeah.
no, you sitting up here like with 13.
Sandbagging. Yeah.
Yes, I'm like, absolutely not.
So
It gets serious.
I've tried to teach Kim a couple times.
Uh-huh.
I'm patient enough to teach.
Yeah.
But others around be like, "Come on, man! Like, what we gonna
Right.
do?" And it's
Right.
like, but if we want, we could teach a space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Game.
Don't
So
even
that was
try
a
rise
request.
and fly.
I don't know that
Y'all
one.
don't know that. That's black folks
I
stuff.
know bid whist, but I ain't never
No,
heard
it
no
is.
rise and fly.
Bid whist is that. It is that.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
just made that up, Miss Bird.
No. Is this like black folks? Because
Yeah.
let me teach y'all how to be black folks. No. Is this a Southern thing?
It
Yeah.
might
risky
be.
business.
I'm like,
what?
are you kidding me?
Rise and fly,
Rise and
y'all. Do y'all know about rise and
Oh,
fly?
come on. Y'all know
I've
what that
never heard.
means.
Did somebody
In
say
my
no?
35 years, I've never heard of that.
Oh, boo
Never
boo.
heard of that.
Did anybody?
baby.
Do any of
What-
y'all
oh,
know
that
this one?
That's like you play a hand, and then if you lose, you got to get up, and then
Never
the
heard
next
of it.
couple has to come in. Yeah.
Oh, no, I
You can
never
sit
heard
there.
of that.
Oh, honey.
Never heard of
Yeah.
it. But we'll have
Honey,
to
you
do
can sit there
instructional
all
black
day.
video games. This one says it's not that we don't know how to play spades.
Mhm.
It's the crazy loud black folks yelling that make you not want to. Yeah, I've seen tables
Because you don't know how to play spades.
I-
Oh
Yeah.
man,
it does. Oh yeah.
I am a patient spade. The thing about it was in our last game before we get ready to leave,
Mhm.
we not laughing.
Yeah,
I was laughing.
having
My
a good
partner
time.
was laughing, having a good time, and then all of a sudden it got serious
was a shift.
after
Mhm.
she reneged. Then she stopped drinking. It got serious
Because people like, you need to stop drinking. What the hell? What's wrong with you?
you ain't paying attention to the table.
Oh.
Pay attention to the table.
Oh yes. Now, yeah, Kenneth was like that. He was like, babe, here. Can you please? Can you be here? You see what I'm doing? And because I'm the one that's laughing, having a
Yeah.
good time. Girl, how you doing?
Right.
You know?
And then
You gotta
what was
drink.
played? What
Yeah.
was played?
And then he's looking across the table, babe, here. What's going on? Did you not see?
Stick with it, girl.
I'm
Stick
throwing
with
out.
it.
I'm throwing out.
Throwing off.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be coming back with
coming
that.
back with another, yeah. What's going on, baby? What's going on?
Yes. Yes.
Please, can we
Please pay
focus?
attention.
Yes. Oh, it's serious.
Well, maybe we'll have the two of you do the class for the non-spades players
I would
so that
love
we can get the rules and we know what's going on. Because I don't want to be. It's intimidating. It's like I'm good.
Oh, because people
Yeah.
will bark at you.
Yeah.
You don't know how to bid your hand, man. Damn, what's
Oh,
going on? You be like, I
Yeah.
thought this was a cookout.
Listen.
Thought we
Yeah.
was having a good time.
Right.
Not at this table, man.
Right.
If you don't know how to play, get up.
Yeah.
People
Get
get
up.
serious about
Rise and
Uno,
fly.
like,
That's what rise and fly is.
If you don't know how to play, get up.
One hand,
Yeah.
you do it one hand, and then whoever loses, get up. Because somebody else got to sit down.
Let's go.
Who know how to play?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Well, I think we need to have a black family card game show. So, yes. Oh,
So-
thank you.
What's that?
Thank you, baby. She said, I'll be your partner, Kim. We on the same level. That's my girl. I won't yell at you.
Absolutely.
I won't yell at you, baby.
But no, man, we appreciate everybody for coming out
Yes.
and rocking with us for this time. And God willing, we see everybody tomorrow. This is TDS Radio with the Healing Consultant.
Yes, Varnar. Yes, the healing consultant.
And we will see you tomorrow. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture.
Bye.
Woo.
TDS Radio, our voice,